Yeah, so we got the new WWE Intercontinental Championship, and I gotta be honest, people, I don't know how I feel about the championship. Out of every WWE title right now, was this the one that needed change? I really don't think so. Majority of the people actually like this championship. I still don't know how I feel about it. You know, I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Welcome everybody to another episode of Greatness of SmackDown. But yeah, people, I honestly think that was a very good SmackDown. The best SmackDown in a while. As much as I'm tired of the same old, a brand attacks another brand and we end a show with a big brawl. As much as I'm tired of that, I feel like this time it was a bit more creative, so props to the WWE. We're gonna talk about the championship in a second, but let's start from the beginning of the show. The show kicks off with a bunch of WWE SmackDown superstars backstage. For some reason, King Corbin is the leader. I still don't get why Rude and Ziggler are actually, you know, his lackeys, and I don't understand why is he acting like he's the general manager. Anyway, Roman Reigns starts talking crap about Baron Corbin, making jokes, everyone laughs, he says that they need to protect SmackDown, and Roman Reigns opens the door. Then Sasha Banks interrupts, and it seems like she's the leader of the SmackDown Women's Survivor Series team. Feels like they are ready. Again, something I've seen many times before, you know, a show opening with a motivational speech from top WWE superstars of that roster. But it was decent, I guess. I do appreciate Roman Reigns opening the door, basically saying that everyone is welcome and we're ready. I just don't get why would people listen to Corbin? Why would they care? It's also funny because Roman Reigns always makes fun of Corbin being the king. But that's like the thing in the WWE. He won a tournament. He is a king of the ring. Why would you make fun of that? It's like making fun of someone who won a championship. You're not a real champion, wrestling's fake. We go to the ring and we see Sasha Banks, Lacey Evans, Carmella, Dana Brooke, and Nikki Cross in the ring. Sasha says that this is their show and they won't get jumped from behind. And she basically called out Raw and NXT. Charlotte's music hits. She comes out with Sarah Logan, Natalya, and WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Asuka and Kairi Sane. Charlotte wants a one-on-one match against Sasha Banks. NXT came out, and this basically turned into a triple threat captain's match. Like I've said before, I still don't understand how can they get official matches. Like if you are from NXT and Raw, you should not be on SmackDown in kayfabe. Security should come out and get you out of here. But in this world, they get official matches and it's all normal, I guess. So it's kinda weird, but it was kind of a treat, you know, a triple threat match, a very big one in my opinion. And the match was great, it lived up to the expectations, it's a pay-per-view worthy match. But the highlight, of course, was the ending. That was one of the best triple threat match endings I've ever seen, well, ever. Ripley wins the match when she turned a submission into a pinfall. After the match, of course, we got a big brawl. Fans are chanting NXT. King Corbin is backstage with Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler, and they basically talk about how they don't appreciate Roman Reigns opening the door. They get interrupted by Sami Zayn, and Corbin says that Sami is annoying. It seemed like we were about to get a match, but we didn't. A lot of people are going to say it doesn't make any sense for Corbin to call Sami Zayn annoying because both are heels, but in my opinion it's great. Like, that's what we see in AEW. You don't want a babyface to be a 100% babyface and a heel being a 100% heel. Another good example is Daniel Bryan and The Miz. Both are babyfaces, but when they are together in the ring, they don't get along. So of course we got Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura in the ring. Of course he praised Shinsuke Nakamura and he had a present. So, once I saw the championship, I thought it looks ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, stupid. I didn't like the way it looks. It looks very dark and yeah, it's probably my biggest problem. I also don't like the fact that it's circular. To me, it looks like a 24/7 championship and the Cruiserweight Championship. If you combine these two, you would get this title, which is not a good look. But as much as I didn't like the championship, once I saw this picture right here, I thought it looks good. I honestly think it looks pretty nice. It's one of the best looking WWE championships at the moment. The issue I have is that it does not look better than the White Championship. It really doesn't. I feel like if this new championship would be a little bit bigger, it should be the new Universal Championship. Just my opinion. You don't need to change the Intercontinental Championship. I just think it lacks a little bit of color. I'm not a big fan. A lot of people are saying that it looks so classic. It has that old school feel. I don't remember any old school title having this shape. It's a good looking championship. If it would be bigger, would be a great world title. It just doesn't have that Intercontinental Championship feel. But does it look bad? No. The Undisputed Era interrupts, and we got the New Day and Heavy Machinery versus the Undisputed Era. A very unneeded match. Was it bad? Of course not, but, you know, I was not a big fan of it. Anyway, the Undisputed Era won the match, and after the match, we got a big brawl between AJ Styles, Nakamura, Strong, Sami Zayn of course helped Shinsuke Nakamura. We got a few chair shots, I think. But you know, Shinsuke Nakamura was saved by Sami Zayn. In my opinion, this is going to be the match that is actually going to steal the show. A triple threat match between Nakamura, Strong, and AJ Styles sounds like Mark's dream. Mark is very happy. He bought a lot of Doritos, Coca-Cola, and he's gonna enjoy the show. Back from the break, the OC is on the stage, and the WWE United States Champion AJ Styles is yelling at the crowd. Fans started chanting CM Punk, and AJ Styles says that he would mop the floor with Punk and Chicago needs mopping up. So my man actually mentioned CM Punk. It seems like WWE don't care anymore. They know that, well, he's working with them kinda, so there's no point of, you know, wrestlers ignoring it. Of course, we got a lot of cases where the chants were so loud, WWE superstars could not ignore it. But this time it feels like it's just business as usual. Punk is kinda back. Daniel Bryan tries to summon the Fiend. Bryan says he didn't came to play with puppets, he came out to summon Wyatt. He rants about Bray Wyatt until the lights go out, but there's nothing in the ring. Then The Miz interrupts, and honestly I liked it. Again, we got the same good segment, you know, both don't respecting each other. The Miz slaps Bryan in the face like a heel. I miss The Miz as a heel. I think he should turn heel pretty soon. A lot of people have a problem with The Miz being in this rivalry. I don't understand why. Of course, now I want to see a one-on-one match, but in the future I wouldn't really mind. And of course, we got a match, The Miz versus Daniel Bryan. I appreciate that. Like I've said, some matches were a big treat to the fans this week. The Miz is sitting in the corner, the lights go out, and it's Bray Wyatt. And of course, we got a mandible claw, and he destroyed Daniel Bryan. Another match of the night contender. So Survivor Series, honestly, looks very good. Like WrestleMania good. I'm not even kidding. Matches like Rey Mysterio versus Brock Lesnar, Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt, triple threat match, the mid-card titles. It's unbelievable. We got another Bayley and Baszler brawl, and that's something I've seen many times. I didn't really care, to be honest. And in the main event, we got Mustafa Ali, Roman Reigns, and Shorty G versus King Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and Robert Roode. Y'all know how much I appreciate these 6-man tag team matches on the WWE programming. Anyway, do I need to say anything? We got a pretty cool match in which King Corbin, Bobby Roode, and Dolph Ziggler won after Deep 6, which is actually not even Baron Corbin's finisher, but whatever. After the match, Corbin wanted to attack Shorty G, but Roman Reigns speared him. And then we got a bunch of Raw superstars, which looked pretty good. We got a pretty cool fight between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. And then NXT came out and he tanked. Pretty cool reference, you know, WWE invading WCW back in the day. I really like that. Like, that's the biggest thing I liked about this whole brawl. Something different, and we got Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Road Dogg. So we got NXT, Raw, SmackDown superstars brawling, a bunch of guys, and you can't focus on what's happening. I don't like it. I honestly don't. But it makes sense. Now, to make these kind of brawls just a little bit more entertaining, all you need to do is bring the weapons. Have a kendo stick, have a steel chair, and beat the living crap out of each other. It would be so much better instead of just a bunch of people, you know, hugging, and I don't like it. But yeah, people, what a show. What a show. Like, it wasn't perfect, but I always rate the shows on how excited I was and how tired I got after the show. So this one was good. I liked it, so I'm gonna give it probably like 7.8 out of 10, honestly. It was a great go-home show, way better than what Raw gave us. Didn't watch NXT. But yeah, people, thank you for watching the video, and as always, the great one, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.